Have you ever pondered the bizarre phenomenon of spontaneous human combustion? This unsolved mystery has intrigued and confounded scientists, writers, and the curious alike for centuries. Spontaneous human combustion, often abbreviated as SHC, refers to the unexplained event of a living human body catching fire without an external source of ignition. Throughout history, numerous accounts have painted a macabre picture of individuals suddenly bursting into flames, leaving behind a small heap of ashes. The phenomenon has even found its way into the annals of literature, with authors such as Charles Dickens using it as a plot device, further fueling the intrigue. However, the existence of SHC has been a hotly debated topic. Skeptics argue that these accounts are nothing more than exaggerations or misinterpretations of natural causes of fire. Yet the unexplainable nature of these events continues to spark curiosity and fascination. So, are these accounts of spontaneous human combustion mere fabrications, or is there an underlying truth to them? The mystery of spontaneous human combustion has perplexed us for centuries. This phenomenon, where a human being supposedly catches fire without an external ignition source, has been documented as far back as the 17th century. Let's journey back in time to some of the earliest and most notable accounts. The year was 1651, and a Frenchman named Jean Millet was found burned to death in his straw bed. The peculiar part? Only his body and the bed beneath him had been consumed by fire, leaving the rest of the room untouched. This case marked one of the first recorded instances of what would later be termed spontaneous human combustion. Fast forward to 1731, Italy. We encounter the tale of Countess Cornelia Bandi. After a peaceful evening, her maid discovered a grisly sight the next morning. The Countess was reduced to ashes, save for her lower legs and 3 fingers. Her surroundings remained largely unscathed, save for the greasy and noxious soot that covered the room. This incident only deepened the mystery, leaving people of the era with more questions than answers. Then there's the infamous case of Mary Reeser in 1951, Florida. Mary was discovered by her landlady, her remains almost completely incinerated, except for a shrunken skull and a portion of her left foot. The room was warm, and the extreme heat had melted the plastic household items nearby. Yet, curiously, the apartment itself and the surroundings were largely undamaged. These historical accounts and others like them have fueled speculation and intrigue over the centuries. They've challenged our understanding of fire, the human body, and the fine line that separates the possible from the impossible. Each account, unique and unsettling in its own way, has contributed to the puzzle that is spontaneous human combustion. These historical accounts have set the stage for a long and intriguing debate on the legitimacy of spontaneous human combustion. As we journey forward, we'll delve deeper into this fiery enigma, exploring the theories, the science, and the ongoing discussions surrounding this baffling phenomenon. What could possibly cause a person to burst into flames without an apparent external ignition source? This question has puzzled minds for centuries, leading to the proposal of numerous theories to demystify spontaneous human combustion, or SHC for short. One theory, steeped in the realm of the supernatural, suggests that SHC is a divine punishment. This perspective, popular in the 18th and 19th centuries, was often linked to intemperance or moral transgressions. However, as we moved into the age of reason and science, such supernatural explanations lost currency. With the rise of scientific reasoning, other theories emerged. One such theory is the wick effect. Much like a candle where the wick is surrounded by a flammable substance, the human body in this theory is the wick, and the body fat serves as the wax. The clothing of the victim can soak up melted fat and act as a wick, leading to a slow, smoldering burn that could cause the localized damage often seen in SHC cases. Another theory hinges on the concept of static electricity buildup within the body, suggesting that an internal spark could ignite a person. Yet another theory puts forth that SAC might be the result of a buildup of methane, a flammable gas within the intestines, which could be ignited by enzymes. Some theories even venture into the realm of quantum physics, suggesting that SHC could be the result of a subatomic particle known as a pyroton that could cause cells to explode. Common characteristics seen in SHC cases such as localized body destruction, the absence of an identifiable external ignition source, and the presence of greasy soot have led some to believe that these could be unique markers of SHC. However, critics argue that these characteristics could also be seen in regular albeit unusual fire scenarios. While these theories are intriguing, they have not been universally accepted within the scientific community. The enigma of spontaneous human combustion continues to spark debate and fuel the search for an explanation that satisfies both our curiosity and our scientific understanding. Can science provide a rational explanation for spontaneous human combustion? Now that's a question that has intrigued researchers for centuries. Let's delve into the science behind the flames. The human body, as we know, is composed of various elements, among which are oxygen, hydrogen, and carbon, all key ingredients of a fire. However, the body also comprises of about 60% water, which is a fire retardant. This begs the question, how could a body just ignite spontaneously? Some scientists argue that a phenomenon known as the wick effect could be at play. The theory suggests that the human body can act like an inside-out candle. In this scenario, the victim's clothes or hair catch fire and the body fat melts from the heat, seeping into the clothing. The clothing, now saturated in fat, acts like a wick, drawing the melted fat into the flame and keeping it burning. Body fat, interestingly, is highly flammable. Once ignited, it can burn at a temperature of up to 1,000 degrees Celsius. This could explain why in cases of spontaneous human combustion, the destruction is often localized, with other objects in close proximity remaining unscathed. Now let's compare spontaneous human combustion with other types of burning. In a typical fire, heat radiates outwards, causing damage to surrounding objects. But in reported cases of spontaneous human combustion, the intense heat seems to be contained within the body. This has led some to suggest that the fire may be fueled internally, perhaps by a chemical reaction. However, it's important to note that our understanding of spontaneous human combustion is still limited. The rarity of reported cases, combined with the lack of thorough scientific investigation, makes it a challenging subject to study. Although theories like the wick effect provide a plausible explanation, they are yet to be proven conclusively. Despite these scientific insights, many aspects of spontaneous human combustion remain unexplained. This mystery continues to fuel our curiosity and stoke the fires of scientific inquiry. And who knows, perhaps future discoveries will finally shed light on this enigmatic phenomenon. Spontaneous human combustion continues to ignite our curiosity and fears in the modern era. Despite the skepticism and the mysteries surrounding it, cases of spontaneous human combustion, or SHC, continue to emerge even in recent times. Take, for instance, the case of Michael Faherty from Ireland, who in 2011 was found burnt in his home with no apparent source of ignition. The coroner's report listed spontaneous human combustion as the cause of death, reigniting the debate and fascination around SHC. Modern technology and investigative techniques have allowed for more in-depth examinations in these cases. Yet, the same challenges persist. How does a human body burn so intensely in such a localized area without an identifiable source of ignition? And why are the surroundings often left untouched? While these questions remain, the concept of spontaneous human combustion has found its way into our popular culture. It sparked the imagination of authors, filmmakers, and television producers alike. In literature, Charles Dickens famously used spontaneous human combustion to dispatch one of his characters in Bleak House. This sparked outrage among scientists of the time, who accused him of promoting superstitious nonsense. But Dickens stood his ground, pointing out actual cases that had been reported in medical journals. In film and television, spontaneous human combustion has been depicted as a horrifying, unexplained phenomenon. From The X-Files to This Is Spinal Tap, SHC has been used to add a dash of mystery and horror. It's even made its way into the world of cartoons, with a memorable episode of South Park featuring Kenny meeting his end through spontaneous combustion. So whether it's in real-life investigations or the realm of fiction, spontaneous human combustion continues to challenge our understanding of the human body and the nature of fire. As our fascination with this fiery phenomenon endures, so does our quest for answers. As spontaneous human combustion continues to baffle us, the debate rages on. Is spontaneous human combustion a real phenomenon or a myth? This question lights up the ongoing debate surrounding spontaneous human combustion, or SHC, casting a flickering glow on the skepticism within the scientific community. Many scientists remain unconvinced, citing a lack of concrete evidence and the implausibility of the human body igniting without an external source. Yet, the flame of curiosity burns bright. Ongoing research is stoking the embers of understanding, unearthing new theories and potential explanations. Some researchers propose the wick effect, likening the human body to a candle, while others suggest static electricity or even methane buildup. As we navigate the labyrinth of this blazing mystery, it's clear that our collective fascination is far from extinguished. New theories continue to emerge from the ashes, each one a spark that fuels our quest for answers. Whether you believe in spontaneous human combustion or not, it's undeniable that it continues to spark our fascination and intrigue.